Ingrid says I'm the most anally retentive client on her books. I asked if such a distinction qualified for a discount. She didn't even smile. Humour-free zone is Ingrid. Always has been. Once, when I hadn't been to the loo for 5 days, she suggested I try suppositories. I said, "Oh no, Ingrid, not again. I tried them once, and you know, for all the good they did me, I may as well have shoved them up my backside." She looked horrified. Maybe she thinks sharing a joke with a client is unprofessional. She's got a point, though, I think, about me keeping my cards too close to my chest. I do bottle things up. I mean, after all these years of talking, I haven't told her what's really on my mind. She thinks it's because a sensitive gentleman like me, her euphemism, not mine, is still suffering the deep trauma of witnessing all that warm, royal blue-hued blood staining the cold, polished marble of Elsinore. She's convinced it stunted my emotional development, resulting in a double whammy, a reluctance to let anyone get too close to me, and a reluctance to part with anything that's mine, i.e. the contents of my bowels. I can see a sort of logic in what she says, but I can't tell her what I really feel. She's become too much of a friend. Well, no, not a friend. An acquaintance who's paid to listen while I prattle on endlessly about the minutiae of my life. Today was the first time in ages she'd said anything that was even remotely interesting. "Osric, sweetheart, you owe it to the world. You must tell them from your own unique perspective the last heart-rending moments of the People's Prince." "It was 35 years ago," I said. "And Ingrid, call me Oz, not Osric. How many more times?" I don't know what's happening to me. I've never been so outspoken. It's as if I can't keep my thoughts to myself anymore. There was no stopping me. And as to how I can describe Hamlet in the way I did is easily explained. I know it is completely normal and quite proper to mourn the loss of a father. But for months after old King Hamlet died, young Hamlet's mission was to make everyone else feel guilty if they weren't as miserable as he was. It was like walking on eggshells the whole time. And if you ask me, the real reason he was so well and truly miffed was because he wasn't chosen to replace his father as king. I mean, he'd been totally spoilt by his mother, Queen Gertrude, and he couldn't bear to see her happy with anyone else. The way he treated his girlfriend, Ophelia, was appalling. And with the exception of his pal, Horatio, he made fun of anyone and everyone who ever tried to be nice to him. And to be fair, when I was at the castle, I never had that much to do with him. But when our paths did cross, he mocked the way I dressed, the way I talked. I mean, Horatio has given the world this image of a prince who was sensitive and caring. Well, in a way, that's true. He was sensitive about his own feelings, and he did care. About himself and no one else. Oh, come now, Mr. Osric. Surely young Hamlet's only failing was to care too deeply about what it is to be truly human. There's a difference between being reflective and being self-obsessed. Sometimes I think I'm the only one who saw through that self-pitying little charlatan.